Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today is probably an example of just being in the lab and going too hard, because I was thinking like we like the Gruul haste decks and we like the big creature decks, but it's like, what if we could make some of those big creatures hasty? What does that do? Well, we're about to find out. Now we're going to have some creatures that happen to have haste on their own, and some creatures we're going to give haste to. But the upper end of our deck is going to look like Tyrannix Rex, because who doesn't want to cast this guy? And this is kind of like the bane of control decks if you cast this after they sweep, which is awesome. So we like this. And we're going to play a copy of Koglan Yadaro, mostly because I don't get to play this card very often, and it is a random way to destroy artifacts and enchantments, so, you know, thumbs up to that. We're going to play some Bonehorde Drakasor. This card's just really good value-wise all the way around. And if they're dealing with our other stuff, then there's a higher percentage chance this gets to live. It doesn't have haste itself, but we do have some ways to give haste to it. But we're also going to be playing Ulvenwald Oddity. Now, we are going to have some ways to get mana as well, so there could be a chance we just use this and flip it to the backside, but right on the front, just being a 4/4 with trample and haste, going to be good enough, I think. Now, as for adding haste to some of these cards, we're going to be using Halana and Alena Partners, because why not? This just makes a lot of sense. And we're also going to be playing some Reckless Stormseeker, because this can just give haste to anything else. And if we can get it to nighttime, then it's just a big bonus on top of everything else. But why don't I tell you about our sponsor, and then we'll tell you about the other ways we're going to cast these cards.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of this channel, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs. And support this channel by using promo code DRAGON at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Now, we do have a few ways that we're going to get these into play. The first is going to be with Ruby Daring Tracker, partly because, well, Ruby also has haste, so fits the theme, right? But she does make mana and will often just be a quality 3/4 creature, so nothing wrong with that. And we're going to be playing some Riveteer's Requisitioner. Now, I thought about playing regular mana creatures, but what I like about this is with so much removal being in the format, this leaves behind a treasure that we can use for whatever we want, which is super nice. Speaking of which, we're also going to be playing some Jewel Thief, because the same thing, this leaves a treasure even if we have to block or something happens to this creature, and then unlocks the possibility of playing a 4, 5, or even bigger mana creature the next turn. And since we are playing a lot of hasty things, we're going to see if we can get any cards out of Samut, Vizier of Noctamun. This card's just really neat. First strike, vigilance, haste, it does so many of the things that we want, and getting extra cards is awesome. We are going to have some other removal and things to go with, but these are going to be the main cards we're worried about today. If you want to see the full deck list, it will be at the end of the video, because I'm sure we'll have a lot to work out after we play the games. Or you can just go down below, and you'll be able to download the final deck that we put together. Or on our Moxfield link, you can see a bunch of other sweet stuff you can play in Standard too. For now, though, let's go see if we can make big creatures hasty, and if that's good enough. Alright, we will keep this. A very tentative keep. But we'll see what happens. Let's find a Requisitioner here, deck. Hey, there we go. That makes it at least feel better, so we have something to do here. Well, never mind. Even if we could do something, we are still doing this, because that's the best thing we could do here. I mean, I guess technically you should attack first, because there's some weird situations where they might block. We could have saved the removal, but no worries. Alright, we're going to try to hit with this. If they give us a treasure, we're not even mad about it. We'll take the card. And we got Arlen. Alright. Arlen is kind of like pseudo haste in a way, if you think about it, right? Because then you're putting something in during your opponent's end step. Alright. Well, now we're just going to try to start going wide with bodies.
I fight for humans and werewolves alike. There are no lone wolves here.
You got it, friend. Ooh, we can play 2 things with counters. Alright.
Wait for the perfect moment to strike.
This is dumb. I should just be going for damage here. But I'm not, because I kind of also want to pseudo-protect Arlen. So no need to let the opponent know what we're capable of here. Alright, end the turn. So now we have a big turn next turn. Like, I guess they could ossification Arlen, which would have been kind of amusing. Though, if they just kill Arlen here, then we're just going to go ham next turn. So, yeah, if that's their plan, I don't even think we care. Because we could play this as a 4 toughness. Blocking that. I mean, I guess we do. Because then Arlen can just kill the opponent anyway, turning into a bigger creature. Yeah, I think we just do that. I mean, all we have is haste stuff in anyway, so whatever. Oh, Kogla and Yadaro. That's not really necessary. Okay. I mean, sure.
Follow the enemy's scent. They're close.
Go ahead. Alright, that wasn't much of a game, but we'll take it. I mean, that's tough, right? I say that's not much of a game, but, I mean, you still look and see, like, the opponent still played all these cards, and they remove something, which these decks can do on just 2 mana. So, I mean, I guess it was a game, but it feels like these types of games aren't necessarily great to include in the videos, because even though we win, like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling, but I guess it's magic sometimes. Okay, we'll keep this and see if we can draw some of our big bodies. I mean, we'll have the setup to do it. Just does the rest of the deck cooperate? Alright, we'll go ahead and kill that dude. I don't know how much we're going to be doing life total racing, but I feel like it's going to be closer than we want. But this is the good part about the Requisitioner that I don't mind. It's like, whatever they play, we can just keep attacking into them, because we're like, yeah, sure. What's the worst that happens? They give us a treasure, right? We can't attack into that, though. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Get our treasure. Pass the turn. Now, this could be where we get Brutal Cathard. Oh, no. Maybe not. This is usually some combination. If you see the red mana, then it's... Oh, it's just Coppercoat Vanguard. I'm going to say it could be like Inti or something else there. But here, we're just going to start running in our bigger bodies. Alright. Brutal Cathar, you got it. This is kind of weird, because what should be the aggro deck is the one kind of on the defensive right now, which is amusing to me. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to... Well, that wouldn't work. Huh. We could attack and then try to get crafty and kill the Coppercoat Vanguard. That would be cute. See if the opponent even blocks. They probably don't. I wouldn't. Because this is about as suspicious as it could be. You're probably thinking I have, like, Reckless Rage or something. That's probably what I would think. Oh, the opponent went for it. Awesome. I didn't think they were going to bite. Okay, well that worked out better than expected. I mean, they could also just have another Thalia too, but yeah, if they do, they do. Another Cathar. Alright, fair enough. I mean, we can still run all these bodies into Cathars. We don't even care. That's fine. Like, that's a more than acceptable situation. Yeah, and I think the opponent sees it. Yeah, that's a tough situation for them, because you're either taking 6 or you're unlocking, like, even bigger, better creatures. So, yeah, that's not great. If their hand's not aggressive, because these Cathars can never block effectively. Ooh, alright, let's keep it. I mean, if this is a non-creature deck opponent, then, like, this hand's garbage, but otherwise, it might be okay. Yeah, we just pass. And it's always dangerous to do that, because there's always the world where, like, you want to take a risk to get something better out of their hand if they were to try to pump up their creature or something. But, unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out like that. Alright, well, we got to draw some land, or we're in a lot of trouble. Ugh, alright. Don't really want to give them the thing, but we take 1 point instead of 2 there. That deals 2 damage, right? Yeah. Ugh. Alright, well, it's unfortunate. Maybe they'll attack with 2 things here and we can kill off a Godric, but that's kind of like all we can hope for here. This is really, really bad. Not getting land. Yeah. Some other 1-mana thing? Nope. They just got a free spell to hit us. And something else for 1 mana you want to attack with? Ah, I didn't even get to hit them with this. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, that's just too late. I don't even think we can make a fight with this. Because we got to take a point and go to 5. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. You know what? Let's pass. Hope they don't have anything to pump Godric, and we can at least kill it with a Frenzy. And then think about doing something next turn, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Alright. No blocks. We'll try. I'm sure they're going to Frenzy up. Yep. Alright. The fact there's even a pause says a lot. Oh, they didn't have it. I would have sworn they would have had it there. Alright, well, we go to 5. I guess we're still playing Magic. Technically, we go to 4. Lightning Strike. No. What is in their hand? Oh, no. We needed a land so bad. Yeah, we're dead, right? I'm only at 2 opponents. I can't even really cast a spell here effectively. I mean, I guess we gotta try. Ugh. I mean, sure. This doesn't cost us any damage. I don't even know if I don't even think I can afford to attack here with the Stormseeker. That's what sucks, because we're only at 2. If they get any of their haste creatures and that turns into the 2/2, like, we just die. Like, this is rough. Opponent, unless this is something that can only hit a creature. Oh, they're probably checking to see why we're not attacking. Maybe. Oh, they had their own Witchstalker's Frenzy. Okay. Alright, well, here it is. If they got almost anybody in the deck, we're dead. Alright, GG's. That was bad. Okay, we'll keep this. I think we're going to go Requisitioner on 2. I think I like that option here. Let's see what the opponent does. Treasure map. Alright, well, at least we kind of know what we're up against here. Let's roll with this. Get a card. Give us a chance to kind of stay competitive and active here. Alright, wedding announcement works. Debating if I want a ruby here or not, because it's not worth as much. I think we just go for damage, because here, even if they try to block trample, we'd still get a point, get some damage in, and get a card. And that's the biggest thing right now, I think. Also, with the Requisitioner dying, we can cast Ruby and Stormseeker next turn if we feel we need to. Assuming, like, depopulate happens here. Because Brotherhood's in, ain't it? Wow. So are we to assume this is Wandering Emperor time? And if so, how do we deal with this? I need a second, y'all. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about this. We've got 6 mana. I mean, I guess if we do this and then do this, we could still Witchstalker's Frenzy for 1, even if one of these dies. And then we have Lightning Strike damage for the next turn, plus a creature land. So I think we're good. Heartflame Duelist. That is more than fine. We can live with that. And then we'll attack. Get this out of the way. All right. That should do it. Okay. Good one. Okay, we're keeping. Passing the turn. Okay, well, we're going to be playing some boring Magic, y'all. Sure, Fateful Absence. Why not? Yep, you own a Celestis. Well, the good news is we'll get a card out of this one time, so there's that. That's probably all we get. All right. I'm just going to go with this. And we'll attack. All right. I'll assume this is Sunfall turn. Yep, as it usually is. That's cute, but not what we're looking for right now. I think cards are important here, so if we can keep that going, we might as well. Especially if we can get to a point where we can cast Tyrannix Rex or something. Alright, opponent did not want to Sunfall there. Or if they even have it. You know, I think we just do this again. Just stockpile some treasure if we can. Alright, have another Fateful Absence. Fair enough. More treasure. Go ahead and play that. Pass the turn. Ah, they would like to play that. I would like to kill that. Let's pass. It's a little silly, but if we get the opponent to deal with their stuff on like a 1-for-1 basis, then I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack for 3 here. And I'm actually probably going to use Kogla and Yadaro on their Celestis. I think is going to be the option. They want to kill that. Okay, I think that's fine. Good news is they use 3 of those, so they can't have too much more so. But, you know, they're not casting anything, which is good and bad. But, I mean, you know, control decks want to have more mana when possible. And we get to draw a card, shuffle that in. Obviously, they're going to have some number of, like, Wandering Emperors or whatever, so we're willing to be patient here. Try to attack with this guy. They're going to Memory Deluge. Great. We'll take a card. The thing is, if we can get the opponent low enough, especially if they'll commit to a sweeper or something. Yeah, we'll just do this. Because it's just another Sunfall, if anything. It's, you know. Yeah, exactly. We're fine with that. There we go. Where have you been hiding, friend? Especially with so many of these things gone. In the turn. Now, Wandering Emperor is more effective against these, but that's fine. We can live with that. They're going to Deluge. Now they're looking for something to probably deal with Arlen. Also, if we can set up enough mana, because we've got 7, if we get to 8, there is a world where we could Bone Horde into Stormseeker, and that's a fantastic set of turns. We're going to go ahead and +1, just in case. I mean, did they find the other one to kill it? Oh, they're playing Get Lost as well. Alright, that's fine. This does create a little bit of a question of, do we want to go, let's see, that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, and then we can shoot the opponent for 3. Alright, cool, that works. Because we have all those treasures sitting over there. Alright, so yeah. We get to kill a control deck. I mean, not the way I thought this was going to go down, but it took a little bit of everything to make it happen. Yeah, let me say, like, I mean, there's a ton of decks running around right now that are, like, basically this deck, right? I'm assuming it plays 7 or 8 between Fateful Absence and Get Lost. Obviously, we got Sunfall twice, and we never gave them an opportunity to play Wandering Emperor effectively. But that could have been there as well. Like, you have to sometimes play patiently and play around that stuff. Like, even with this hand, it was like, okay, I could have at any point run out an Oddity or whatever. But knowing that if we get the opponent low enough and they tap for a sweeper or something, I could take a turn where I can play Oddity and Stormseeker, or Stormseeker and Dracosaur, or even just 2 Stormseekers or whatever. Maybe get some trample damage. You know, I had a creature land. So sometimes it's very tempting to want to just go, oh, I need to do this so I can get as much damage in. But you're also giving up a lot of resources, where once the opponent has to deal with 1 or 2 things at a time and they have to keep committing mana, eventually you can get through, especially when we had a situation like this where we were able to draw extra cards with Samet. That made a big difference in this game. But, you know, hey, control deck wins. You love those. We'll take them. Moving on. We will keep this. I'm hoping we can find enough damage or enough mana over the first couple of turns to take advantage of this. Vrand. Okay. Let's go with this. See what type of spells you have to go with Vrand. This usually means there's like a red-black, sacrifice my own tokens, whatever kind of deck. Yep, that's exactly what it is. This is a little tough because I think we just take it. Because we can't really get Samet through here yet. Because that creature happens to be a 1/3. Which is annoying. But accurate. We could Jewel Thief, which could stop that. Which we would like. But I think we go here and see if we can bait the opponent into possibly blocking. I mean, we're giving up Ruby to Vran. But I'm kind of hoping they won't. They didn't bite on anything. Alright, fair enough. Actually, we can wait on that. In the turn. Because if we play it now, they might not spend their mana a certain way, thinking they still have Ran available. Whereas if we wait, we can get it before... Oh, well. Aren't you exciting? Alright, less damage for us. Oh, I guess it's good we have a Witchstalker Frenzy, isn't it? Let's hope they don't have too many more of those. Because we don't have a choice. Alright. If they got another, then that's just bad times for us. Okay, that's still annoying, because we're going to take 3, 4... Oh, yeah, they got us here. Yep. GG's. They're all good here. We just had too slow of a start. Okay. Let's keep this. And I think we just play Ridge here. And then try to figure out our plan the rest of the way. I don't know what it looks like yet. But we'll figure it out. Probably hoping to kill... Yeah, we're definitely going to kill that. Like, wasn't sure what we wanted to kill, but I'm definitely sure I want to kill that. Alright. Okay, this is going to get dangerous really fast. I need more kill spells, deck. That is not one of them. Alright. Well, I guess I just take 3. Nope, they were not down with that. However, this is awesome for us, because we get to keep attacking. Love that. Alright. I really would have liked to have played the Ridgeline there, but obviously playing Helena is just way more value. Yeah, opponent just scooped there. So I get it. They were playing some kind of interesting version of the modified Boros there. I was kind of wondering what was going on when I saw the bunny corn and then kind of how this played out. Yeah, the tough part for the opponent there is like we could literally just double block to first strike that down, and then they're tapped out with all of this incoming. So that's a tough turn. Actually, I don't know if we needed that because we would have had this for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that would have been way more than enough. So they couldn't even attack there. Wow, actually they couldn't even block there. That's tough. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. I'm not sure it's going to get too much better if we mulligan. Wow, we have a lot of damage here. like a lot of damage. Alright, shoot the opponent, I guess. I mean, come on. It was almost worse shooting the opponent there. Alright, we'll shoot the opponent again. I mean, they're obviously on removal and counters, but, like, what else are we going to do, you know? Alright, let's start with this. Try to hold on to Samet for a second. Yep. See, sometimes you just know things. Not that it wasn't painfully obvious since they hadn't cast anything. See, now I was curious. I was wondering if they were playing more Legends or kind of what the deal was going on here, if it was just a straight up control pile. I don't want to let Samet get hit here if we can avoid it. I'd rather them have to use a removal card on it, since, you know, we eventually want to try to get Dracosaur through. Ooh, that creates a whole different problem. Alright, Samet, You get countered here, friend. Now we would rather it get countered because Arlen's way more value, and the kill spells are probably going to have a harder time killing Arlen than they will killing Samet. Or Dracosaur, or a pile of other things. Alright, can we get an untapped land deck? We can. Awesome. So this hopefully works even more so in our favor. That we can get them to tap some mana to maybe try to keep this dude alive. Oh, man. Well, I have to try to kill a bat now, unfortunately. Which, if they have another counter, so be it, but that sucks. Alright, well, you know what our hand is now. This is tough. Okay, well, they're going shielded here. Boy. Can we get what can we get away with here? I mean, do we just Arlen and make 2 bodies? I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, we still have access to Witchstalker's Frenzy, which, I don't know, maybe does something. I mean, doesn't really if they have, like, a Rafine, but, I mean, if they have it, they have it. Sometimes you just gotta force them, right? See, opponent only attacked with 1 thing to play around our Frenzy. That's smart. Very smart. Okay, yeah, we'll still block, though. And Dinnick. Okay. Oh, deck, why? Why could you not have given us another reasonable body? That would have been much appreciated.
Follow the enemy's scent.
Alright, well, that was a tough one. Just got all these lands with nothing really to go with. So we try to kill this. I mean, for all I know, they have another one. I don't know. Do they even have a kill spell even beyond that? I bet they do, but we gotta try anyway. Yeah, Dracosaur. Are you actually gonna make it? Wow. Okay. Sure. This doesn't feel right. Why did I think there was gonna be like a Ganjo or something there? Okay. These are things we could live with, I guess. All right, opponent's at 20. I mean, like, this is still doable, right? A little crazy, but still possible. Oh, wait. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we could play this and flip it. So we have 8, and then this becomes a 7. That's only 15. Dang, that's so close, though. So close. I think we just plus Arlen. Oh, no, this doesn't let us play it. This is the other Arlen. We're on the backside. Okay, I think knowing what we know then, we just turn her into a body. We play this. We just play both of these, actually. Yeah, I think we're just attacking with Arlen here. What's sad is I kind of wish one of these would have been like the 3/1 dragons. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Okay, here we go. There's a lot riding on this turn. Okay, Mastermind. Cool. That doesn't get us killed. We're okay with that. They're making us each draw. Oh, a hasty creature there is good too. All right. Opponent's at 19. That's a big problem. But we have their blockers settled. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe. Maybe this is a thing. Oh, we draw, go to 3. Alright. So, and we did get a 3/1 Dinosaur, which is actually really important here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can make 2 boys, get some duders here. Oh no, because I need a -3 to get the duders. Okay, well, that sucks. Alright, then we will do what we can otherwise. So this leaves 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can still do everything we want to do for the most part. Flip this. Attack with everything. Kill you, and everybody has trample. Oh, man. Okay, I think that gets there. That's 15, 19, and 9. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's one of those games that feels like it took every card to do something. Like, we had to survive Shieldred. We had a couple things get countered. Like, they protected a Shieldred when we tried to kill it. Like, this was a fun one. Okay, let's keep it. Not really sure where this hand's going, because, you know, let's assume Ruby dies. Like, nothing really happens after that. But I'm just going to not attack, because being able to shoot something for 2 is probably more valuable than doing something with Ruby here. Especially if this is dinosaurs, because we get to kill one of their things, which is important. One of their mana makers. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the opponent. If they kill Ruby here, that's fine. I mean, they could have done that anyway. We couldn't have done anything about it. Man, I don't really want to draw a land, but I kind of want to draw a land since we're holding on to Dracosaur. And they're basically saying they're not wanting to kill our Ruby, so sure. They have something here. I'm assuming they just don't want to waste it on Ruby. Alright. Alright, I don't know what's going on. Big 6/6 Dino, maybe? No, it's a fight rigging. Well, that's why they didn't want to do anything. I mean, still dinos, but they're just trying to go real big. Alright. Well, what are the odds we could get a Kogla and Yodaro? That's what we'd like to see. That is not it. I mean, on the plus side, Dracosaur probably lives. I mean, it's bad if they go like 6/6 land, Triumphant Chomp, and then they get something off fight rigging. Oh, then we get dusted. Okay, at least that scenario is not going to happen. Still doesn't mean they don't get 2+ creatures here. Okay, they just had another fight rigging. So next turn, there's a real chance we're going to be staring at 3 creatures. But that's okay. You know, we can only do what we can do. Maybe we get something good off of these couple of cards we're going to get. Oh, the bad part is, though, if Yodaro is one of the free cards here, we wouldn't get to do what we wanted, which would have been a big deal. Oh. 6, 7. We could do this. So that's 13, 16. Yeah, wow. Okay. not what I was aiming for, but we'll take it. Oh no, the other thing doesn't have haste yet. Oh gosh, did I just wreck this? I was counting that 3 damage. Oh, because otherwise I could attack for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still wouldn't have been enough anyway. I would have had to find another point regardless. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Opponent's at 2. We've got burn damage in hand. One of these will get them a body, not both of them. Okay, there's Gashath. I don't think we care. Opponent just gets all the bodies they're going to get here. Yeah, we've got Lightning Strike. They don't get to put lands into play, I don't believe. It's just dinosaurs. So they get Natali. I mean, I guess technically another Gashath if they wanted it, but that doesn't do anything. Alright, so we get Chomp on something. Yep. And they get the Lightning Strike something. Yeah, this is kind of the thing that happens sometimes against the fight rigging decks, is every once in a while, because they're trying to play so many high power creatures, they don't have the small stuff sometimes. Or when they do, you deal with them and, you know, you get the wrong creatures with the fight rigging. Like, I've been on the receiving end of that. But we got lucky in this one, no doubt. Oh man, okay, this was actually a lot of fun. I really have to admit, I enjoyed this deck a lot, but I will say it felt like it needed many times like 1 or 2 more things at 2 mana. Just because you want to be able to get to like the Oddity, the Arlen, the Halana and Lena, right? And Ruby and Requisitioner are cool, but maybe we just need to find a way to get 1 more into the deck. The other thing too, I would say, is that as much as Witchstalker Frenzy is a nice card, there's only a couple of times it felt like it was truly superior to Lightning Strike. Mostly because sometimes we already have big creatures, sometimes we have first strikers, you know, and we just don't need it to be Witchstalker's Frenzy. So what I'm wondering is if we could remove both Frenzies and add 1 more Lightning Strike and maybe 1 more Ruby, or 1 more mana creature of some type. I don't even know. I mean, actually, you know, really, now that I'm thinking about it, because we have Dracosaur, Kog'Leydaro, and Tyrannix Rex, we could play the Paleontologist. Because they can get us mana of any color, which is nice, obviously. But if we lost a Dracosaur or Tyrannix Rex or whatever, random late game scenarios, I don't expect it to come up often. But this can also be used against those decks that are just like tossing stuff in the graveyard. You can keep them from reanimating or putting the things they want back into play. So I wouldn't mind this as an option either if we wanted to do that. The problem becomes, where do you cut mana, right? I mean, you either can just play like 2 of these and then just take the chance on having less removal, which I don't feel good about that, realistically. And you kind of get in this weird situation that if we, say, add a Lightning Strike, 'cause I do think we need extra removal, especially since against mono white, mono red, until you're able to get your creature set up. But the problem then becomes, like, we can't really remove a Jewel Thief, because then we lose the ability to play some of our big creatures, which is why we're doing what we're doing. But I am willing to cut a Jewel Thief just for the idea of getting to 4 mana from 2 to 4 is more important than getting from 3 to 5, if that makes sense. So, in that regard, I'm okay cutting a Jewel Thief. Though, I will admit I do like Jewel Thief in the control matchups, because it's 1 less thing that Wandering Emperor can kill. So, there's that. But I think if I were going to play this, and I'm going to be greedy and play 61 cards with 24 land, which another reason to have more mana creatures, this is probably closer to what I would go with. But we're going to play 4 Play with Fire, 3 Lightning Strike, 4 Riveteur's Requisitioner, 2 Paleontologist, 2 Ruby Daring Tracker, 3 Reckless Stormseeker, 2 Jewel Thief, 3 Samet, 4 Ulvenwald Oddity, 2 Arland, 2 Halana and Elena, 3 Bonehorde Dracosaur, 1 Kog'Leydaro, 2 Tyrannix Rex, and scratch that, I just realized what I want to do. I'm actually going to cut 1 Stormseeker and play 1 more Jewel Thief, I think is what I want. I think that's better. Having a 3-power creature there that's always 3 power and vigilance, I think is better. And we have a bunch of stuff that already has haste, obviously except for like Dracosaur, but we don't need that to have haste every time. It's nice, but really I think it's better to do that, and getting that extra mana is probably more important. Lands, we played 5 Mountain, 3 Forest, 4 Copperline Gorge, 4 Carplusian Forest, 3 Restless Ridge, 3 Rockfall Vale, 2 Merricks. I also would say, if you have them, I think it could be better to just play an extra Ridgeline and 1 less Merricks. I do like Merricks being able to come into play untapped on turn 4 or 5 to give us that mana we want, but I also like Restless Ridge being able to give us that extra body, that extra first striking Samet to punch through things sometimes. Just lots of little things I think we could get there. So maybe we cut 1 Merricks, play 1 Ridgeline, or we cut a Rockfall Vale. I don't know. I'll let y'all play around with that, but I think that's what we're going to do. So yeah, I really enjoyed this deck. This was a lot of fun. And what I think I liked about it is we won games a bunch of different ways. Like sometimes it was, you know, working with Arlen's abilities. Other times it was because Dracosaur's value. Other times, you know, it was because we got the early card draw stuff with Samet. Like, and I think that's more entertaining to me, having a deck that can win a bunch of different ways. I will say though, and I may have talked about this in the video, but try to be patient against the control decks, right? You have a bunch of haste creatures, so you can get almost guaranteed damage in after sweepers. So you don't ever have to commit to more than just a couple of things on the board at a time. Or, you know, Arlen plus something is also very good for obvious reasons. And against mono red, you kind of have to just really play around killing their stuff early and then try to go body for body with them, right? Because we have first strikers, we've got 4/4s, we've obviously bigger than that because we can pump our things. And I think adding that extra lightning strike probably helps in those fights as well. So hopefully this kind of shores up some of those different problems with the changes that we made there at the end. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Inferno of the Star Mounts. This was an interesting one because while it was in standard, it really didn't get that much play. I think we only even played it in a couple of decks, but this has actually still held some value. Not a lot, mind you. They're only like $2, but it's one that you can think might end up in a bulk bin because you hardly ever see it. But not being able to be countered is big, and being able to pump itself is also big. Randomly, you can win the game if you have a way to just make a pile of mana. That doesn't happen too often, but some decks that do have the ability to do that could play one of these. So it's a very interesting card overall, and kind of surprised that, you know, it didn't see much standard, but some decks that are doing some quirky things in Commander could really want a card like this. So if you have them sitting around, they're at least worth something. And if you want a whole different type of Gruul deck, we did play one recently that was artifact based that was actually a lot of fun with Sir Ginger. So that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.